An Israeli NGO is aiding those in Ukraine suffering from those Russian attacks. Israeli emergency aid organization IsraAID has sent personnel to Dnipro to assist in the response to a devastating missile strike. The group sending both trained psychologists, providing free support to families and first responders at 4 hospitals in Dnipro. For more on this story, I'm joined now by Shachar, the press officer of IsraAID, joining us. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me here.
So, Shachar, please first give us an idea of the extent of the damage you and your organization has experienced, the main needs of the population in Ukraine that is most affected by those attacks these days.
So IsraAID has been responding to the Ukraine crisis from the very first days since the full-scale invasion. We have been working in providing water and providing psychological support and providing aid supplies across the country. And in Dnipro, we're building on a project that we started back in September in partnership with the Ukrainian Ministry of Health and a Ukrainian NGO, Barrier Free, where we trained over 60 psychologists in psychological first aid and in providing care for first responders and victims of trauma. And so 20 of those psychologists are stationed in Dnipro in 4 different hospitals where they have sent out a call and are providing free psychological aid and mental health support. And this program is part of an initiative launched by the Office of the First Lady, Olena Zelenska, who has made the mental health of the Ukrainian citizens a priority. And so we are really proud to be part of this initiative and to be able to provide the psychological support that is so important after a disaster like this.
And
in addition...
Go on, please.
Yes. In addition, working with our partners in Dnipro and through our humanitarian logistics hub, we are sending food aid. The first shipment should arrive tomorrow, and we will be providing aid for those who have lost their homes as needed, including items to deal with the very cold winter, warm blankets, thermal clothing, etc.
Yes, I want to hear from you as an Israeli who's there in Ukraine providing so much help to those civilians who are impacted by these Russian attacks. What sort of response did you get from those in needs when they see all these volunteers coming from Israel to Ukraine to assist them?
Everywhere we go, first off, I have to say that I have been absolutely wowed and amazed by the resilience and the strength of the Ukrainian people. Everywhere we go, they are happy to see us. They tell us thank you. We were yesterday in Mykolaiv, where we have a program providing safe drinking water after their water was cut off. And every person we spoke to found also a reason to smile and to say thank you. During the hardest of circumstances, they band together, they help one another, they lift each other's spirits. And I am very proud to be working with an organization that is supporting the Ukrainian people during this time.
Yes, we can remind our viewers we're almost 1 year since the start of that Russian attack. Very briefly, talk to us about the essential needs of those people you're meeting these days.
Absolutely. So, as you know, many people have lost power. Power is not consistent, even here in Odessa, where it feels relatively safe. Power is not consistent, which means that heating is not consistent. So one of our main programs is providing winter items for people, generators as well. We've supplied generators to what they call resilience points in Odessa, which are places that when the power is out, people can come together and get warm, charge their phones. And there are also child-friendly spaces there so children can have a little normalcy. School isn't going on as normal, so having a place where children gather to play and parents get a rest is essential.
I think everyone who watches you now, both in Ukraine and around the world, is very grateful for the aid that you're giving. Shachar, the press officer of IsraAID, we thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.